Hi guys, it's Karen, and Happy New Year. In my mind, every day is a new year potential. and Last year was absolutely amazing. I can't even fathom a year ago and what ended up happening in the year. And my resolution was to succeed grandly, to succeed in every single aspect of my life. I focused on relationships. I focused on career. I focused on my health. I focused on my finances. I focused on family. I focused on family a lot last year, and I ended up getting paid dividends in that arena. It's amazing. Did it come about the way that I formed it in my mind? No, it didn't. It didn't at all. But the content is there and then some. And so the people who I had my idea of being a family with great intent, with great heart involved from me and from them also. It didn't. It didn't gel. Okay, and I was devastated, but I rose from the ashes of devastation and pain. And I still kept my resolution of wanting to have a family. And so I do better than I could ever imagine and getting better all the time. And it was just marvelous how spirit delivered it to me. And it was in front of me for a long time. And I didn't see it because I was obsessed with it coming from another person, actually, a couple other people. But I would have compromised terribly. And I made a commitment last year not to compromise. Damn, I kept that commitment. I think yes, last year surprised me in what happened after I was freed from the form that I thought the family was to come from. And I soared into a new path, and that was travel and excitement and adventure with people. And it's just been amazing. And admitting to the fact that I don't want to live alone anymore. And so, as many of you know, Janet Hessler Nevins is selling her home, and she bought a rental here in Boise, Idaho, that she's going to rent out. She's in the process of buying it. And we are going to share the home together here in Boise while preparing to move together to a better place in California. And that came into hi Christiana. And so not only what I what not only I that not only do I want you to keep your resolutions and have faith in them because they're inspired. I want you to realize that you're not stuck in just those resolutions. It's like a big tree, and they have marvelous branches coming off that can take you to places you never imagined and open up areas inside you that need to be opened up. So, yes, hi, Allison. I'm so glad you're here, honey. So, keeping your resolutions is imperative, not giving up on the ideal that you want to have for this year. Don't give up, persist. Don't think that persistence means control or that you have to effort. If you weren't there at the Zoom that Valerie Carruthers and I did this past Saturday. Please consider purchasing that. The recording is 2 hours. It was marvelous. It went into all of this and then some. Persistence was one of those. Hi, Valerie. I'm saying good things about you. Part of my family this past year. And um, persistence is not meant for you to to effort and to struggle, especially. And persistence is meant for you to keep your eyes on the prize and for you to move forward, perhaps taking action, perhaps holding back. Not many times do you hold back. I really mean that. I think that life is for us to be involved in, and that there's so much adventure out there for you. And it all brings you steps towards having your manifested desire concretely in your reality. No, you do not mess with the end. But aren't you here to develop yourself so that you are the best possible person that you can be? Yes, you are. And the end result reflects that. So I got off a little bit on my discussion, but keeping your commitment to your resolutions. I had more than one New Year's resolution last year, and I had one in each area of my life. And I want you to consider doing that in health, fitness, um, and perhaps getting leaner. That would be one. Then career or what you want to do for the world in exchange for number three, your wealth, your manifested wealth. And then the other area is, of course, relationships. Does not have to be a mate. It can be just generalized into what you want to create around you to support you and how you want to support others. That's in general terms. But yes, maybe you have relationships that you have conflict with and you want to have those healed. That could be a resolution. Now, when you make a resolution, it's literally putting out the bridge of incidents. And the ego comes and joins you on that bridge. And it has landmines and twists and turns, and it likes to take control of your imagination and have you think that people are doing all sorts of things to make you fail, which they're not. Okay, whenever you're in opposition with somebody else, that's the ego. Whenever you feel separated from other people, that's the ego. Whenever when you're battling, that's the ego. Okay, that's the essence of the ego: sin, guilt, fear, pain, abandonment. It's all there. So you want to free yourself, rise above the battleground, stick to your guns, allow your resolution to evolve who you are, to become the resolution. And evolvement is what it takes to be a better version of yourself in 2023. And it all has to do with empowerment, coming forth and being in the world in a sense, but not of it, not getting caught up in all of the crap. Okay. Not thinking it's the end game. It isn't. The end game is your evolution into oneness with God the Father and all your brothers. But we've been at this for eons. We're going to be at this for eons. And our task is to purify ourselves by taking on the challenges and watching our 3D for signs of what it's communicating to us about what the ego is putting in front of us to try to trip us up, such as guilt and the what guilt gives birth to is fear. And so if you're afraid, it's because you're guilty. And I have a bang up course, Goodbye to Guilt, to help you learn the tools to offset the guilt. You can contact me through Messenger about that. Um, Stick to your guns, stick to your resolutions in each area of your life. Never give up and never surrender. Never, ever, 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 ever go down to the mountain, stay there. And the ego gets vicious in its attack. The closer that you get to having the state of the wish fulfilled be permanent and manifest concrete results, watch the ego come up and give you the biggest punch ever. And meanwhile, hopefully, you are strengthening yourself with the tools that I teach you if you're a coaching client of mine, or what any of the other coaches do for you, or else something that Neville said, or any of the other law of assumption teachers. And you want to use all of your tools to offset the ego's lies and keep yourself in the state of the wish fulfilled, which is your resolution. Never take no when it's dealing with other people as part of your uh, ballsing up for 2023. I don't. I don't get no's. I don't take no's for an answer. I just tell them that they're just afraid. That's all. Okay. Or they're full of shit or whatever. Okay. I never take no's for an answer. And I never definitely take anybody telling me I can't do anything. You tell me that, and I'm going to come out in full glory with my claws. With my claws. I just had my nails done today. And I am going to prove to you that I am going to be rising up higher. And thank you very much for pushing me by telling me I couldn't do it. And that has been a theme in my life, having people tell me I couldn't make it. Well, I made it. I made it past any kind of milestone marker that I ever had. And 2023 is going to just take me even further. I want to hear that from each and every one of you that listen to this recording. I want you to say, oh my God, not only did I make so much money, but I tripled that. I tripled it. Not only did I get the best relationships I've ever had around me, but even a love interest who chases at me, who pursues me, who tells me I'm here to give you everything you ever wanted and to rescue you from your life. And you just go, I don't need rescuing. I want you to be that powerful in your relationships and make him turn all shades of purple and start looking at you with different eyes. And you want a mate beside you, and you want a mate who applauds you, and you want a mate not to rescue. That was a big lesson for me. I finished rescuing people, rescuing love interests. That was it. Okay, I'm not going to do it anymore. And God, that was a hard lesson. I have a whole list of men who I have rescued, literally. So fuck that bullshit. It ends. The death card came up for me with that issue in Tarot, and it communicated very clearly. That ended that. So you're not here to rescue people or to soothe people. You're here to rescue yourself from your ego and stand strong and get all of those goals that you could. ever imagine. And I don't just end with the first day of the year. I go throughout the year making bigger and better or more brazenly bold goals. And I keep on going up and up and up. And then I have this little thing about me. I want to be surprised. And I introduced that to myself this past year. And I am surprised. I am surprised by my coaching clients. I'm surprised by the people in my life here in 3D. I'm surprised. I really want to be surprised daily. And the God mantra is part of my success. It should be yours. And also Neville Goddard's persistence mantra. Anytime that I feel a little lowered, which is extremely rare, I put Neville's persistence mantra from YouTube on the 10-minute loop, and I just belt it out. Hi, Ruth. How are you? I love that. Let your resolution evolve who you are. Yeah, thank you. That was kind of channeled, wasn't it? Um, we're all channels, by the way. We can channel God, which is marvelous, and it raises you up above the battleground of your life, and it inspires you, and it tells you how wonderful you are. And let's show it. Let's display it in 3D because that's why you're here. I can also channel the ego, and I do that often. And that's when I doubt myself, and when sometimes when I am ornery, sometimes, very rarely, but when I doubt myself, that's when the devil comes to roost, and I channel him all the time. Well, I can't do that. Forget that goal. Forget it. I'm not going to channel the devil as much as I have before in my past. That's a resolution. Okay. And when I start saying the sayings of Satan, and doubting other people, I'm going to shut the fuck up. I am going to laugh, and I'm going to say, "Forget you, get thee in back of me, Satan." And I am going to center myself, and I am going to do the 4-step pause for inspiration. Please go to that website, pauseforinspiration.org. And it's free for those of you who, say that you're broke, or those of you who are just after, getting something. But it's there free. And choose the card. She has different cards, and each one has a 4-step process of stepping back from the war, the battle, the challenge, where you are debating somebody perhaps, or in an argument. And it's a 4-step process of regaining your balance. And then you proceed based on what you're inspired to do. That's one of the tools in the toolbox that I give with my coaching clients. And it's beautiful. So I pause a lot during the day. And it's wonderful. Okay. So when the devil comes out and I start doubting myself, I know I'm battling, and all I do, out of my way, Satan, yes. Get back of Satan and kick him in the butt. How about the balls, Valerie? So keeping your resolution should be your first resolution. Don't give up. Don't say, "Oh, well, I'm going to save this one for later." You were inspired to have that resolution. Keep it. If you didn't have what it took to have that inspired resolution give birth concretely in 3D reality, you wouldn't have been inspired to begin with. And always take action in your life. You are here to be involved. Okay? Number 1, get involved. Number 2, interact with people who challenge you. but do it in such a way that you are in their face, especially those who are challenging you. I love doing that. If I don't do it daily, damn. And it's getting harder and harder for me to find disagreeable people. Another reason why I'm going to Sacramento, a new set of people. Boise, I've got eating out of my hands, and it's time for big change. So, in closing, I know you can do anything that you put your mind to. And persistence is constant reminding you that you can do it. Persistence is who you are. What have you ever been obsessed over? That's persistence. So turn the obsession into obsessing over a great life with all its parts. You can have it all. That was one of my mantras starting from, I think, 2020. I can have it all. I'm a woman who has it all at the end of 2020. And believe me, I do. So, with that, I will leave you. I am expecting to see great things manifested for you and to applaud you and to see your glory shine for 2023. Thank you for joining me tonight. I love you. Bye bye.